Saudi Arabia is doing something the world has never seen before. Not just building cities, but rewriting what a country can become. A place once known only for oil and desert landscapes is now transforming into the world's biggest construction zone, where megaprojects rise from the sand at a speed that feels almost unreal. This isn't imagination, it isn't a dream, it's happening right now. And the scale is so massive that it's forcing the entire world to pay attention. Because Saudi Arabia is no longer competing with other countries, it's competing with the future itself. And it all begins with the project that shocked everyone, the line. When people first heard about a 170-kilometer-long mirrored megacity in the desert with no cars, no roads, and zero emissions, most thought it was impossible. A city built vertically instead of spreading outward. A place where 9 million people could live stacked along a single linear spine, where any destination would be reachable in under 20 minutes using ultra-fast transit. A city where AI manages everything behind the scenes, and renewable energy powers the entire ecosystem. It sounded like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but Saudi Arabia wasn't joking. Construction really began. Massive excavation zones appeared, foundations for the modules were dug, and entire convoys of machinery, drones, automated pile drivers, and robots came together to begin shaping the future. Yet even with all this momentum, reality hit hard. Engineering challenges, enormous costs, and impossible timelines forced Saudi Arabia to scale back. Instead of 170 kilometers by 2030, reports now say only about 2.4 kilometers will be built in the near term. But even that tiny percentage is unlike anything else on Earth. Inside the hidden marina zone, 4 gigantic modules, 45, 46, 47, and 48, are under development. Module 45 is already rising above ground. Module 46 has more than 5,500 piles drilled deep with low-carbon concrete. Module 47 is digging downward, while Module 48 is prepping the land, but visibly behind due to missing cranes and slow excavation. At the same time, the largest dewatering system in the world runs non-stop with more than 500 wells and thousands of sensors managing underground water pressure. Tunnel boring machines carve the underground route for the line's high-speed electric rail system that will run its full length. Solar farms, wind parks, and a massive hydrogen plant are also being built to eventually power the region. Even with delays, even with scaled-down expectations, the line is still one of the most daring construction projects ever attempted. And it's just one part of the story, because in the heart of Riyadh, another giant is rising, King Salman Park, the world's largest urban park, bigger than Central Park, bigger than almost any green project on Earth. But at the center of this massive green zone stands its crown jewel, the Royal Arts Complex, a 500,000 square meter masterpiece blending modern architecture with Saudi heritage. Designed by the legendary Ricardo Bofill, the complex includes a 106-meter pyramid-shaped museum that will redefine Riyadh's skyline, an advanced cultural institute with a 600-seat auditorium, and a futuristic sphere called the Dome, built to spotlight Saudi talent. And this isn't a blueprint sitting in an office. It's rising right now. Recent satellite images show steel frames going up, cranes surrounding the museum, and heavy groundwork underway for the dome and the theaters. Roads, utilities, and landscaping are actively being built. Even the visitors' pavilion, designed to showcase the future of the park, looks almost complete. King Salman Park will eventually become a 16-square-kilometer oasis with 1 million new trees, new neighborhoods, new cultural districts, and a vision to make Riyadh one of the most livable cities in the world. But if you think Saudi Arabia stops at parks, think again. Because then comes the Mukab, the cube, one of the most ambitious architectural designs ever planned. A perfect cube, 400 meters tall, 400 meters wide, and 400 meters deep, large enough to fit 20 Empire State Buildings. Inside it, a city within a building, entire worlds created using advanced digital and virtual environments, floating streets, futuristic plazas, and immersive experiences that blend reality with imagination. Outside it, the new Maraba district is being shaped into a next-generation downtown. Reports say around 86% of the excavation has been completed. Over 10 million cubic meters of earth have been moved. A temporary bridge is being constructed to reduce truck traffic and speed up development. But the cube itself? It has yet to rise. Experts already doubt the 2030 completion date. The groundwork is moving fast, but the building's construction has clearly not begun at full scale. Still, once this thing starts rising, it will dominate Riyadh unlike anything before it. And then comes Qiddiya, Saudi Arabia's new entertainment capital. Right outside Riyadh. It's not a theme park. It's an entire entertainment city, covering more than 360 square kilometers. And according to officials, it's already 89% complete. Roads, tunnels, and bridges are in place. Aqua Arabia, the massive water park, is 84% complete. The golf courses are nearly finished, and the Gateway Arch inspired by the Tuwaik Mountains is almost done. But the wildest attraction, the one the world keeps talking about, is Six Flags Qiddiya, the first Six Flags ever built outside North America. This park alone is packed with record-breaking rides. Falcon's Flight, the Star Coaster, is already installed and is set to become the world's tallest, fastest, and longest roller coaster, with speeds of up to 250 kilometers per hour and a 200-meter cliff dive. Engineers built aerodynamic trains with special wheel cooling systems to survive desert heat. And there's more. A wooden coaster considered the most intense ever made, a hyper-tilt coaster, and an Intamin multi-launch coaster with the highest elevated inversion in the world. Qiddiya is also building an F1 grade racetrack designed by motorsport legends. There will be gaming hubs, water parks, universities, and residential districts. More than 60 Saudi students were trained in Orlando to run entertainment operations, and many now work in the Qiddiya team of more than 400 people. When fully open, Qiddiya is expected to attract over 48 million visitors annually and generate billions for the Saudi economy. But while Qiddiya dominates entertainment, Oxagon dominates industry. Located along the Red Sea near the Suez Canal, Oxagon is becoming one of the world's most advanced industrial cities, and the home of Neom's high-tech port. The port of Neom now uses remote-controlled automated cranes and is building its first terminal to handle 1.5 million containers by 2026. It already has feeder services connecting Jeddah, advanced warehouses, renewable-powered logistics systems, and the first residential areas known as Oxagon Hive. On the technology side, Oxagon is working with Siemens, IBM, and global tech partners to build clean manufacturing hubs, robotics labs, industrial accelerators, and renewable-powered factories. It aims to house 90,000 people in sustainable districts built around smart mobility, green spaces, and next-generation industry. But out of all Neom's projects, one destination beat the rest to the finish line. Sindalah, Neom's first tourism destination, is already open. Launched with a $45 million event featuring super yachts and celebrities, Sindalah is an ultra-luxury island with 413 hotel rooms, 333 apartments, a yacht club, fine dining venues, and crystal-clear waters that look like something out of the Maldives. It's the first piece of Neom people can actually visit today. And then there's Trojena, the mountain resort that makes no sense until you see it. Located high in the Sarawak Mountains, Trojena will offer skiing, snowboarding, hiking, mountain biking, and water activities year-round. How? Through a massive snow production system using fan guns that create natural-feeling snow without chemicals. The resort will eventually have over 30 kilometers of ski slopes, including a 2-kilometer rooftop slope built on top of a massive ski village structure. 6.5 more kilometers of synthetic slopes will allow non-stop skiing all year. Trojena is moving fast, with more than 1,000 tons of steel already installed, excavation complete, and 2 tunnel boring machines delivered through the Neom port. The area will host the 2029 Asian Winter Games and become a global mountain tourism destination. Saudi Arabia is betting big, bigger than anyone thought possible. Some projects will be delayed, some will change. Some may never reach their original vision. But the world has never seen a country attempt transformation at this scale. A desert turning into the world's most futuristic cluster of cities, parks, entertainment zones, ports, factories, islands, and mountain resorts, all at the same time. And while the journey will be long and the challenge is enormous, one thing is undeniable. Saudi Arabia has already begun building a future nobody expected, and the world can't look away.